to be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills.
And we are underway in Buffalo. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Going deep for Diggs. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Allen going to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 18 on that one, as the Bills are going to have a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run for the first time with James Cook. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Going to go on 4th down. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
13th play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal. Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down. If this has been a great opening drive, you know at this point they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
They run here with Singletary. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Allen.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Allen now looks to throw. And he'll just throw this one over the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by pass is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5. Ultimately, they settle for just a field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. taken at the goal line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Now Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
It got his man complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run the counter with Cook. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
T.J. Hawkinson from 10 yards out. And the Vikings have moved out in front. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Cousins. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
On third down, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota.
Joseph's got it.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Joseph now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Allen. He's got a man, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Allen now on first down.
Going right back to Knox, and again a completion.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off.
And now the rookie's free. The 30. 10. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Joseph connects on the extra point,
and the lead is now 17-3.
Bills 3. Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. And Diggs has it. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To the air, Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Allen to throw once more. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Following the interception, Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He juked him. And he's got some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo
territory at the 41. Play fake. Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. First down, here's the run with Cook. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. From midfield, here's Allen.
Right back to Cook for another completion. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down. The kick by Bass is good, and that will close the gap down to 14.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
it certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hawkinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And some room to roam now.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. They run it again with Cook.
He'll take this to the 46. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Cousins.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll try the middle with Cook.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Hawkinson crossing the middle and bringing it in.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Joseph now to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Vikings 27, Bills 6. Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made,
and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, Allen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Allen now looks to throw. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time is run out on this ball game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Buffalo Bills and the Minnesota Vikings.
Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First down, they'll start out with Singletary. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Andrew Booth picks it up. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from the quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop if he continues to fire as this game goes along. Give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice touch down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They're trying to continue that trend here this afternoon. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Cook. Hammer maneuvering for the goal line. He loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On play action, Allen rolling to his right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4.
Not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Cook running right. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Brought down by Ed Oliver.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On play action, Cousins being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
And it's caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Allen off the play fake. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Dalvin Tomlinson coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never brought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
To try again after the sack. Allen uncorks one for Davis. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Allen going to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet, not just straight down?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dalvin Tomlinson, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Collins on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They run again on 1st down, Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Here's Cook again. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
11 more on that one, and another first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins.
Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A first down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play action now. Cousins.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Cousins now. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson from 13 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held score. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Throwing on first down is Allen.
There's the former Viking, Stephon Diggs.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. A final shot before half for Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A first down throw for Cousins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Up the middle, it's Cook. 61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of looking behind it. And that moves him up by a touchdown now. It's 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Out to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Here's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A name Viking fans know well. It's the brother of Dalvin, James Cook.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Throwing now is Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
I believe I can see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
On 2nd and goal, Allen.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
To the air, Allen.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tyler Bass, the kickoff.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds by the get past the 45. 27 yards there, first down.
A tie game in the fourth quarter. In the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Cook up the gut. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good yardage after the catch. Is that going to go for 30 in the first? Luxury to have a tight end that can not really catch it, but they can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. To throw is Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown run to break our tie and take the lead in the fourth. Joseph connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
To throw again on second down. Allen. And that is incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, if he ices down, he's going to be a nice long second hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. One final try here for Allen. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
They cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. So that would seem going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
There's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone go.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
To put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Cousins. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Again, this is Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And
he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook,
his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Chandon Sawyer. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be